Judge Andrew Napolitano, Newsmax senior judicial analyst. So, Judge.
Morning.
Colombia, good morning. Back on the horizon for President Trump. Can he go after the accreditation?
No. No. His remedy for what he says is Colombia's violation of the Civil Rights Act is funding. Now, why does the Civil Rights Act apply to Colombia? Because Colombia receives a tremendous amount of federal funds. And when you receive federal funds, you sign a contract agreeing you will basically abide by the Bill of Rights as if you were a government. So you can't discriminate on the basis of religion. And Trump is arguing that they discriminate on the basis of religion or ethnicity by allowing certain students to harass and threaten other students, and they shouldn't be doing it. He may have a case there, but his remedy is limited to the removal of the federal funds. The accreditation is issued by a totally private entity based upon the ability of the school to deliver its teaching mission.
Right. Clearly, he's trying to escalate this, though, with Colombia, because he does want to go. He wants them to crack down on this anti-Semitism on their campus. But do you anticipate that this is going to be held up in court? Where's this going?
I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I don't know the mechanism that he issued yesterday. If it's an executive order, he can only issue an executive order to somebody in the executive branch of the federal government that works for him. The people that accredit Colombia are private accrediting institutions, just like the people that accredit hospitals are private accrediting institutions that have nothing to do with the federal government. As I said, his remedy is limited to funds and his bully pulpit, which is pretty strong.
Right. All right, let's talk about another Trump effort that's being blocked in a court. This one out of Colorado. Federal judge here blocking the deportation of the family of Mohamed Soliman, the suspect in Sunday's Boulder, Colorado Molotov cocktail attack against Jewish people there. U.S. District Judge Gordon P. Gallagher granting a request from Soliman's wife and 5 children, who are Egyptian, to block their deportation. U.S. immigration officials taking the family into custody this past Tuesday. So, what's happening next here?
Right,
you can see why the Trump administration might have some concerns about what the family might have known.
Correct. This does not get them out of jail, out of detention, but it does prevent the government from deporting them until, here we go again, they get a hearing. Because all of these deportations can only take place lawfully after there is a hearing. Now, they don't have much of a defense here. They overstayed their visa. They are not accused of crime. They are not accused of wrongdoing. So far, the Boulder police and the FBI have not said they knew anything about what their father or their husband was doing. But they are here illegally. So you might say, what would their defense be? Well, maybe their defense is we didn't go back to Egypt because we'd be persecuted there. That's an application for an asylum. Are they entitled to make the application for the asylum while they're detained? Yes, they are. Can they summarily be deported? No. Now, will the hearing be before this judge who restrained the deportation? No, the hearing will be before immigration judges. This judge, a federal district court judge, hears emergency applications to restrain deportation. He then remits these people to the ICE folks for an immigration judge hearing.
How do you see that one playing out?
I think they'll be deported.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that there'll be great deference shown to whatever they knew or didn't know, and then maybe they knew nothing, and maybe it's unfortunate this is happening to them. It's possible the father was a crazy person and this craziness was hid from them.
Right.
But I think the government, the courts will play it safe.
Let's shift to the travel ban. President Trump issuing 12 countries now, 7 with partial travel bans. But Egypt wasn't on that list, which I found interesting because he made it about this attack that happened in Boulder, Colorado with an Egyptian national.
Right.
But the question is, will this hold up? Can he invoke this travel ban? And how long before a court is going to get involved and hold this thing
what's
up?
today, Thursday? A court will probably have it Friday morning.
Right.
However, the courts show great deference when a travel ban is based on national security, and the government's going to have to demonstrate that. If you recall, in 2017, his travel ban wrongfully was based on Muslim religion, and the court blocked it. It was modified 3 times. Eventually, the court upheld it when the government demonstrated national security.
Right.
Great deference will be shown to the president on national security, but the DOJ will still have to make the case. They'll still have to show what the national security interest is in these countries and not in Egypt.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.